Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Persona 5 Strikers. In the last episode, we found out Okinawa has something very strange going on. Shortly after enjoying our fun-filled day on the beach, we were ambushed by the residents completely out of the blue. With a new prison within our sights, we now know what we have to do. Find out the secrets to why Medusa's secret research lab in Okinawa's hiding a prison within its very walls. And on top of that, has test subjects as well, because apparently every single person on the island apparently became beta testers for the Emma project. Very strange. But with that being said, Sophia ended up running deeper into the jail without us, because she heard a voice. Other than that, we got no other reason to not explore the jail, so the only thing available to us, we're leaving Zenkichi at the front entrance. Hopefully he'll be fine here, and let's make our way into the jail. Nothing else we could really say here, honestly. But here we go. Okinawa. And the prison that is actually more of a prison than anything else we've ever seen before. Dude, what's gotten into her?
She said it was a voice.
Whatever it is, we gotta catch up to her. True there. But, honestly, due to the fact that honestly, we could change up the team a little bit. Let's do Ryuji, Yusuke, and Haru. I think that's a fun team. But, that being said, we gotta find Sophia. So only one place to go. Deeper into this labyrinth. And this is what I was talking about in the last episode on the palace is very enclosed. Which, I did say the only problem I had with this was with requests. For story, it's obviously gonna be fine, but just gonna say this now, if I was doing requests on this place, I'm just gonna be honest, I'd be having a tough time, because there is a lot of backtracking. It's hard to get through certain areas, if you're, like, trying to do certain things when you're just trying to, when you're not in a story. It's a lot easier to do it in story, but in general, I'm just bringing it up just because it is something that can be a problem. But, wonder where Sophia went. What's the deal with this place? It's so creepy. Are you holding on, Queen? Yes, fine. Let's hurry up and find Sophia. Yeah, let's try and find her. But let's see her. What's going on here, though? A tape recorder? That's what it looks like to me. Hang on there. There's something here. It's not a tape recorder. Let's see if it works. Well, hopefully it does. It's a man's voice.
This plan brings to fruition a dream long cherished by the research team, new by all of mankind.
Looks like the tape recorder is functional. That's interesting.
Every last test subject, a successful change of heart. When this penitentiary system is complete, the concept of suffering will be dead to all mankind.
Penitentiary system?
Now let us rejoice and welcome the new age of humanity. Emma shall be your guide into this promised land.
Promised land? Emma. So Emma is indeed something malicious then, if that's the case. If the person on the tape recorder is bringing it up as bringing people to a promised land, it's definitely malicious. Okay, so now we have our proof on at least that. Emma. In Changes of Hearts.
Just as Ichinose said, there was indeed some sort of form of experimentation on Emma here.
The voice said something about penitentiary system too. I think I understand. What they were researching here now. Jails or Changes of Hearts? Probably jails, it seems. Because why would a jail be here if that's not the purpose of it? Yes. That would be a logical conclusion. Tape recorder 1. Okay. Means that we're gonna find a couple more then, for sure. Anyways, we'll talk more about it later. We need to track down Sophia first. Right. We have to catch up with her. True.
Damn it, Shorty. Why'd you just have to run off like that?
Couldn't stop her, honestly. She heard somebody's voice. Apparently, her voice. Wonder what that means, though. Interesting, though. And let's double check the, cells here. Since they're definitely, with the last one having one, I don't see why not to check out the rest. But here we go. Finally getting into this palace.
Thieves, why you got so dark on us?
It has grown even eerier as well what lies in wait ahead of us.
The visibility level is a real issue, but I'm still really worried about Sophie. Let's proceed with caution.
Oh, wow. You can't even use thief vision here. Okay. So we can't even see better even with thief vision. Interesting. But pursue Sophia, proceed onwards. Well, so far it only seems like we only have a shadow up ahead. Oh, we found her. But there's apparently a shadow on the other side of that glass. But what's going on with Sophie, though? Hey, Sophie? Why are you just standing around here?
Oh, dear Sophie. Thank goodness you're safe, Sophie.
You had us worried. I'm glad you're safe, or don't run off like that. Please don't run off like that, please. Because we don't know what's gonna happen in here. Running off into a danger zone is not good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You sent here to voice, yeah? Figure out who it is yet?
No, it disappeared one day right here.
That's weird.
We've never heard anything out of the sort.
We didn't even hear a voice either.
So only Sophie can hear it.
That's weird.
Oh, it was very strange. The voice sounded similar to my own. And it was calling my name. Maybe the owner of the voice knows me.
Knows you? That's weird and similar to your own. That's even weirder.
How's that, Sophie? The only memory I recall before meeting Joker is the directive to become humanity's companion. I traveled so far with you all and learned so many things, but I still know nothing about myself. When I heard the voice, I thought I found the chance to learn about me. I'm sorry for worrying you.
You can take it easy. Let's say we look together, or you're Sophie, no one else. Well, let's say we look together. Yeah.
Thanks, Joker. I got a feeling we can learn more about you right here.
Yeah, maybe.
What makes you say that?
I've been thinking for a while on that one. Jail's Emma, Sophie, I keep looking for some kind of connection. We found Sophie in a jail, right? Emma was linked to that jail, and Sophie is an AI like Emma. There's no way these are all coincidences. Something has to link all three. I hoped we'd eventually come across the answer if we investigated the jails we found.
I see. You believe these things have a uniting factor.
Not only that, I at least kind of know what Sophie's going through. Not knowing your identity or your past, it's kind of rough. So let's join Sophie in hunting down this mysterious voice.
Okay, right there with you. Let's do it for Sophie. Yeah, let's definitely do it for Sophie.
Agreed. For Sophie. Really?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
No problem.
Well, now we got two missions. One, to take back all the locals and desires so they can stop trying to kill us. And two, figure out who the hell keeps yelling at Sophie.
Let's just do both at once. Let's focus on the voice first. Let's focus on the desires first. Let's focus on the voice first. That seems like a good one.
I disagree. The islanders are in need of help too, and I am humanity's companion.
Well, if they're going crazy, who knows how long they've been crazy for. It's probably fine if they're crazy for a little bit longer. They're probably fine.
Oh, looks like you're back to the old swing of things.
Alright, Phantom Thieves. Let's do it. Let's get to it.
Okay, let's get to it indeed. But here we go. Further into the palace, and look how we're actually already a good chunk into it actually already, just because from what we can see, the end is right there. Because we don't see an exit, so who even knows how long the palace actually is. But it can't be that big. It's not a big building, for the most part. But only one thing we can do here. Jump through the glass, pull this guy's mask off, and see what we can do from here. Ooh, black oozes. Those are an interesting persona to find here. But it makes sense, though, for them to be here, just because that is a persona I can kind of see in a dark, musty, scary-looking place like this. I'm gonna be honest. Actually, did we even need to go this way? Oh yeah, we did. Okay, so I actually had to do a small bit of a cut there. And it's actually been a couple hours since I last saw you guys. And it was mostly because I actually had to take a forced break for a second. But in order to keep what we already did, I ended up just saving what we did and then, just coming back and doing everything. So I ended up, in between episodes, I actually did do the request, since I actually did the previous episode and this episode right back to back. So in between the cuts, this is what I ended up doing. So I ended up doing all those requests, and I actually leveled up some of our bond skills in between. So now we actually have Bond Maker level 5, so now we'll get the max amount of bond points whenever we do anything that raises it, which is pretty good. And I also ended up getting Extortionist a couple levels, and then I also got this Highwayman thing for more items after the end of the battle. Definitely gonna be helpful in the future, but for right now, honestly, the best thing we really got was the Bond Maker, to be completely honest, and as well as a new weapon for Yusuke, so I'll definitely take that. But with that being said, let's continue looking into this voice that Sophia has been hearing, and from what we can tell, the only place we can go is this air vents. So, further and further into whatever we're really getting ourselves into. The lights went down again, but I don't think that's majorly a problem. But we do have somebody we can ambush through the window, so let's pull off his mask and shatter some glass in order to get to him. But honestly, yeah, definitely, I did not expect to have to end the episode as fast as I did for a second there. Because, well, not end the episode, you know what I mean, but definitely I didn't expect that to happen, because I did have, one of my family members got home, so my dog started freaking out, and I usually don't record when they're awake, so that's more of the reason why. But, yeah, now that we can actually continue, this will definitely work better than what had happened, so, yeah. So now I can focus completely on what we were doing. But, let's continue our story, though. Stop right there. How about no? We're here to check out whatever this weird prison... Honestly, it's less than a prison, than it is a prison chamber, to be completely honest. Just because of how tight this place is. But it definitely feels more like a prison than the last few places. I can definitely say that. Just because of the, the creepiness factor of this place, and the, the walls, and just the, some of the jail cells we keep seeing all over the place. Looks like we can break through these glass windows to check and get some free items. Might as well do that, no reason not to. How do we get to that guy? Oh, vent. Okay, that's easier enough. So you just jump through here, and then jump through this little ear vent, pop out the other side, and unlock the level 2 chest. Perfect. Chris Dagger. Ooh, I'll take that. Is that even better than what Joker's actually holding, though? That's the real question, because what Joker is wearing right now is actually pretty decent. Ooh, actually that's a 40 damage increase, almost, and it also gives me +2 magic. That's pretty good. You know what, that's actually way better than the Arsene Cane, which was something we did use in the original playthrough, so it's actually pretty funny. But, with that being said, we'll definitely use that Chris Dagger, though. Just because of the fact that that will become very, very handy, that's for sure. We're getting ambushed by some slimes coming out of the ground. And then some legions as well, but honestly, you gotta try harder in that game. I kinda saw that coming just because of the fact that the one guy showed up in front of me before the guy behind me attacked me. Because if the other guy did see me first, I think it would have been a little bit more different of a outcome there. I'm gonna be honest there. So far, so good. But let's see here. Still keep going though. So what's behind door number 2? More shadows. A lot more fighting in this palace than a lot of the other places. Let's definitely do an ambush here, because honestly the ambushes is definitely more helpful to us than, getting attacked by these shadows a lot harder than they possibly could normally. But so far they've been giving us a lot more easier shadows to deal with, though, when it comes to some of the things that we have been dealing with here so far. The only thing that's kind of dangerous is maybe these black oozes, but they're not really dangerous because they don't do damage. It's more of the fact that they resist physical. That's more of my reasoning for them being dangerous. Let's see here, where do we have to go from here? Oh, there it is. So we need to keep going through the vents.
So this is a research lab for computer stuff.
Don't think computer.
Not supposedly the case, despite the facility projecting a human
research facility.
Oh, that would mean this place is monitored to use the real facility in the same way.
Heck, that's one effing gross way to see it.
True. But let's keep going. I didn't get to see when, I didn't get to see what Haru said there, but that was more because of the reason that she was on the screen for like half a second for some reason, which is a little unfortunate because I like reading those for you guys. But it looks like the next place we need to go to is here. Oh, a storage facility place. And a bunch of jumping areas. Ooh, treasure chest. Yeah, there's definitely a fight gonna happen in here. There's no way around it. Just due to the fact that the scaffolding up there is something we can jump to and attack from. Huh.
Oh, so many containers. What do you think's inside?
Good question.
They appear to be roughly person-sized.
Huh? Person-sized? What do you mean by that? I don't see any person-sized containers here. There they are. Yeah, here we are. We're here for, shipping container inspection. I hope you don't mind. We're going to be dropping some scaffolding on your heads and also taking out all the shisas that are here. Because, honestly, with the fact that we know that they're guardians, honestly, that's good for us to get rid of. Because we don't need them being able to guard themselves, let's be honest here. But I did notice one thing. I think we found our more dangerous version of the Black Ooze here. Because of the fact that the shisas are also blocking out that kind of stuff. But other than that, interesting. Yeah, maybe the shisas might end up being more of a problem, because this is the first time we saw them, and we can make the Black Oozes in the last chapter. So, definitely interesting to note, though, for sure. So how do we get up to there? Can I just jump up that? Oh, wherever Haru just went is where we want to go, because I just saw her get on the, yep, oh, here we go. So, we're going to be using hooks from here on. Definitely good to know, though. But, here we go. Let's get over to this little treasure chest that we saw before we even got into this room. I wonder what could be inside it, honestly. It's a level 1 chest. Oh, Hacker Gear Mark III. I actually thought it would be worse, but that's definitely way better than I thought it would be. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely use that. Just because we're using Mark II right now, it's an increased, and it also gives us 40 HP, and it also helps with the, I believe it increases the speed you actually do hacks as well. So I'll definitely take that. There's no proof on that part. I think we could find that if we were to do, like, if I were to look into the game files or even on the wiki, because I think the wiki might say it. Because I honestly do think it increases it, because I think that would make more sense for it to do that, just due to the fact that it's a Futaba only thing. Something's going on down there. Definitely a fight. So I guess we'll just jump to the hook and see what happens. Oh, we don't get attacked right away. Interesting. Why is there a bunch of hooks, though, in here? I don't see a reason to jump to the hooks. Not yet, at least. But, just checking out things, just because the hooks seem a little bit suspicious, in my honest opinion. Other than that, interesting. Well, I guess they're not that important, I guess. But we do have something going on here. Oh, yep, we ended up getting ambushed. I kind of was actually not thinking we would because of the fact that we already went on into this room and then they didn't attack us, but apparently they were just waiting for us to get next to the door. Stop right there. How about no on that one? But, oh, maybe yes on that one. Arabakis are a little bit more dangerous. Okay, I think we found our actual dangerous enemy. Because these things are actually dangerous. Just because of, in the previous games, they've always been kind of a hassle when it came to what they can actually repel. Thankfully, you don't have to fight Arabakis in Persona 4 and 5, but for enemies, when it comes to them, definitely they are a monster to deal with for most enemies. So definitely do need to be careful. Just due to the fact that I believe we can check it right here. Yeah, they're strong to gun, and they're also strong to physical damage. But for other than that, well, they also nullify both light and dark magic. But, oh, hey, an RPG guy's actually in this fight. So there's our first time running into those guys. Just because, now we have a new enemy type. Ooh. But, oh, here we go, that's the reason why we got jumped.
Another tape recorder. Let's listen. It may provide us with some more clues about the lab.
Well, maybe. See, we do know that there was going to be more, just because of the fact of the previous ones.
Please, Director Ubakata. We must immediately abort the experiment. It's too dangerous.
You know what? We should probably do Ubakata's voice like that. I just thought it was him for a second. That's the reason why I did that voice, but let's do normal voice for anybody that has Ubakata, I guess. Because we haven't met this person yet, but they're definitely, based on the fact that they are the person that you have to add as a friend, they're definitely the monarch, but we have no idea what we don't know what they look like, but we can definitely tell their personality, though. They're definitely not somebody that is going to be a good person outside of everything else.
There are the orders I was given. If the system isn't tested on real humans, it won't ever be completed.
But tricking the islanders into participating... So he was the one that came up with it, then.
So these guys are the ones who effed up the island.
I heard Director Ubakata. I believe that means one of the speakers is Shuzu Ubakata.
The orders I was given.
You know what happens to a person when their desire is taken, Director.
We've learned of another party manipulating the cognitive world for their own purposes in the real one. We cannot allow these individuals to progress beyond us. So long as we follow the divine revelation, we will attain the ideal society. I was absolute faith in the system as it was prophesied to me.
What ideal society turns its entire population into slaves? True. This isn't any divine revelation. It's a curse. It can only lead to our destruction. True. Very true. The recording ends there. Interesting. Divine revelation, but turning everyone into slaves. Weird. While still rather fuzzy, we are starting to see the bigger picture.
Yeah, this lab is researching jails and changing people's hearts. When they use this island's residents as their test subjects. We did see the email earlier about doing a test.
True.
They both mentioned the divine revelation too. Could that have something to do with Operation Oraculai?
It seems like it. We still don't know why it's called Operation Oraculai either. It's really weird of a name.
Maybe, but wait, how would that involve Emma?
Yeah, how would it indeed?
That's $1 million question. What is Emma's role in all this?
Not just that. I'm curious who is pulling the director's strings too. Yeah, that was a weird thing he said. That he was under somebody else's orders, so the director isn't even the biggest problem. Perhaps the mastermind behind this case.
Could we finally be getting close to this guy?
We have to find the desire first. Regardless, and track down that voice for Sophia.
True.
Let's press on.
Yeah, nowhere else to go but forward, honestly. But at least we got another one of those tapes. And we also got ourselves a checkpoint, too. We'll definitely be taking that. So let's register that real quick, just so we have it. Lab North has now been registered. Perfect, I'll definitely take that. Okay, so how far are we at now? Oh, we're already halfway in. Not bad. Okay, so we're getting pretty decently far in for the most part, but we definitely still have some ways to go. Definitely for sure. Let's see here. So, from what we can tell, we want to make our way to the next checkpoint, so we definitely know where to go from here. We don't know how much further we got, but we definitely do have quite a ways to go, that's for sure. But let's definitely jump this guy for some free HP back. No reason not to.
Feed's behavior is getting different. This might be the best way to put it is we all use our strengths and our weaknesses.
I guess so. Unless that was more of a thing for the fight in general. I'm not sure why they randomly said that. But I think that was more because I think the enemies are against her weaknesses? No. They're... weird. Because she can definitely fight these guys normally. Just because of the fact that Psychic is good against them. That was a weird saying from Haru there. Interesting. So we can either go that way or we can go through this partition glass. Well, I guess we should ambush this guy and see what's going on behind door number 3 over here. Just because of the fact that this area is a little weird for it to be blocked off like this. Oh, there's a item on the other side of this. I'll be taking that then. Ooh, refreshing one. I'll definitely take that. Resist fire, definitely useful. No other thing back here, so I'm guessing we just make our way back. Very interesting. But we made our way to another one of these exclamation marks. So what do we need to do now? Oh, another tape recorder. That was quick.
Another tape recorder. That makes the 3rd one so far.
There's a chance these things could have clues about finding the islanders. Clues about the islanders, desires, and even a voice Sophia's hearing. Now we should listen to it.
Yeah, we should. So what's on this one? Okay then, just a bunch of laughter. What the?
That's not good. He's too ignorant of his family, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hand over the desires, not just the locals, but my own as well. So that's why I was made the test monarch. He planned on turning me into just another puppet.
Test monarch, you say? So he's the very first one then, if that's the case.
Oh, test monarch?
I can't believe I fell for it. Just some pathetic clown dancing on his fingertips. But he's not going to win. He can't just take this from me. My desire is but my own. I refuse to simply give it up.
Huh. Interesting. Tape recording 3. Well, he did become the monarch because his name was attached to the palace. Or prison, but... weird.
Dude, that sounds messed up.
Yeah, he really wasn't in his right mind.
He kept talking about his desire being taken. Just what has been going on here?
Oh, we'll only find out if we keep going.
True. Very true.
He still hears a voice. Does he only recognize me?
Hey, don't go overthinking it, Sophie.
Oh, he's right, you know. Our expert on not thinking gives pretty good advice there.
Yeah, listen to them. Hey, shut up.
Morgana and Ryuji, just in general. That's interesting. This glass can't be broken through, but the other ones can because they have the little glass shattering. Interesting. But we do have the vent here, so we already know where we gotta go. So through the vent we go. Ooh, to this platforming area. Well, let's jump onto the hook, jump down, get through this little area here.
I wonder what happened to the director after the last recording.
You are simply doubt anything good. It sounded as if he was beyond wit's end.
So from Alice all the way to here, to the director, everyone has just been doing this. The perpetrator is still out there. You have to stop them. Hopefully this place will have some answers.
Jeez, let's go way too quick if you're trying... Oh, wait a minute. I just saw something. Let's go back this way, actually. I saw one of these. There we go. No reason not to grab this. And, of course, it's level 3. Well, at least I know where it is for next time. But, interesting. Well, at least there's another treasure chest here. Don't know where it is. Oh, wow, that was a weird angle that I jumped off of that. I got lucky, but interesting. Too bad the treasure chest back there was, not usable, but it would have been nice. What's this one opening up for? Weird. Okay, is there a reason for that? No, just another way through, I guess. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, let's jump to that, climb through, and then just make our way to the end of that. Okay. So what's hiding behind here? Don't see anything yet, but that may not be a bad thing. If there is... Oh, we can go to this room now, where the dog shadow was. Is there any reason to go in there, though? Oh yeah, there's a room back there. Okay, yeah, let's make our way through here then. No reason not to, right? And let's smack him before he can get any freebies on us. And then prepare for anything this guys might try on us. Oh, it's a fight with a boss fight attached to it. Okay. Well, let's go for CEO here. Let's try and blast through the Shisem as much as we can possibly do here, honestly. And because he's weak to our moves, that's actually really good for us. Just because of the fact that he won't be able to block a lot of what we do just because of the fact that he's weak to some of the better things that we can honestly like dish out from Haru, which is actually really good for us. And honestly, even though he's resisting us, we're actually doing quite a bit to his shields, to be honest, with Yusuke here. Okay, so far so good though. We're doing really good damage on this guy, just because of the fact that we're already halfway through. And we're ton passing like crazy too, on top of that, so we're getting a bunch of showtimes, just for later in case we need them for any kind of real big boss fights, because this guy is too easy for using our showtime on, honestly. So we'll definitely be taking a free all-out attack on you, and I think the Rooftop Lion, or also known as the Shisa here, is down for the counts. GG. You kinda try harder than that, bud. But there is this door over here, with another locked chest in it, and we can't open it. Okay, good. Revival B +2, I'll definitely take that, because I had to use a couple of those on doing the refight for Mariko. So I'll definitely take that, and that'll definitely come in handy. Let's see here, how are we doing on Baton Pass when it comes to this in general? Looks like Haru's closer, so we'll definitely be Haru, I think, just because Yusuke's already charged up. Ooh, big fight. Okay, so good thing we saved up our showtime for something like this.
Oh boy, that one looks dangerous. He's super powerful. On your choice, guys.
On your toes, indeed. Okay, so what's Mr. Slimy gonna do to us? Oh, it's one of those guys. Hectortes, or however you say his name is. But these things are dangerous. I always use these, just in general in our playthroughs at some point. So, yeah, we definitely want to be careful around him. And actually, he's only weak to light here, and he drains curse. Interesting. Well, I think I might have light damage. Somewhere. Maybe. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, I do. Here we go, Koga. Perfect. Good thing we had Joker. Just because of the fact that if I didn't have that, they could come in, definitely a worse amount of, pressure there, for sure. Just because of the fact that I wasn't too sure if I would have that on me, to be completely honest. But we're definitely doing good here so far. Even though he just blasted me for a lot of my HP, but we can break through one of his shields here. Which is definitely a lot nicer than, you know, getting smacked around by this guy 24/7, to be honest. Okay, let's go into Yusuke here. Go for maybe a showtime, I think. I think it's about time we do showtime on this guy. Because he's actually hitting like a truck. And that makes sense because of the fact that he literally looks like he's built like a truck, let's be honest here. So, maybe knocking him down to the floor for a second might be in our best interest here. And maybe even getting a combo would also maybe help. Because the more you get the combo up set up, the more you, I think you dodge more, and I think you also do increased, just in general to breaking shields. It's definitely really good to make sure you're always doing so. But let's see if we can get an all-out attack here for free, because we're almost breaking through his shield here. And I think we might be able to do it just alone with his gun in general. Let's see. Try and see if we can break through him. Not doing enough. Okay, not the worst case scenario though. Let's see if I can dodge through him. No, he's trying to, but it didn't work in the way I thought it would. It's not the worst case scenario, honestly. I can try and, yeah, there we go. I wasn't sure if that would be close enough to him, but his hitbox is literally bigger than a tank, I guess you could say, so it ended up working in the best way possible, honestly. I'll definitely take that though, because I wasn't sure if that would work. To be completely honest. We're doing definitely perfect though against him. And also he's frozen right now, so we can get a free couple hits in. Oop, here you go. Drop a little bit of scaffolding on him. Or actually, that was not the scaffolding, that was something else entirely. Okay, now we need to worry. Okay, so let's see here. What can I do to him from long range that doesn't get me killed? Oh, there we go. Just two Mazios just knocking him out. Okay, well, GG. Well, he took down everybody else, but that's not the worst case scenario. We still got experience and money out of it. And we ended up knocking him out anyways. Tape recorder, number 4. What's behind the 4th tape recording?
This is my final record. I've done such a terrible thing. The penitentiary system is nothing like he taught me. I'm not made to save, it's not made to save humanity.
Not made to save humanity? Well, of course. It doesn't seem like a nice thing to be setting up. It's literally called a penitentiary system, which is a prison system. Well, why would you ever think it sounds like a good idea?
He sounds much weaker than before. He's going to control everyone, even the monarchs. All of humanity nothing more than slaves. That was the secret purpose of this project. Even my own desire will be seized any moment now. But as long as I still have it, I can put an end to this myself.
What do you mean by that? Well, tape record number 4. Huh. It seems the tape ends here.
Controlling even monarchs. I don't know what the director dude was going on about, but he definitely lost his shit by the end there.
Yeah, he definitely did. It seems like he had a change of heart, too, on everything that was going on. Which sounds good, at least. But, wonder what ever happened to him. Because, you know, we're definitely going to run into him at some point now. Just because we're getting closer and closer to what seems to be the end of this area.
I tried to consider what he meant by putting an end to this.
Same on that, honestly. But, we don't know what he meant by that though.
What is it, Sophie? I can hear the voice again.
You can hear the voice?
For real?
Apparently so. Where is it?
I have no doubt this is the same voice is coming from that direction. Alright guys, that direction we go then.
Okay. Interesting. Well, let's heal up real quick before we even think about going that direction. And let's start making our way over there. We got another checkpoint, so let's definitely open this to us, just because that'll help us out a little bit. And how much further are we now? Oh, we're really close to what seems to be the end, but we don't know if that's actually the end, just due to the fact that it could be a way down or a way to a different area, since you never honestly know with these palaces. Even though, you know, there definitely could be, this could be the end, who even knows honestly, but definitely making good progress though. Interesting. Well, now we're inside some kind of library now. Ooh, I see something. Yoink, I'll take that. I think we want to be in this area. I think in general this might be the area we want to go through, because it looks like we gotta find our way through the library. I think the lifts are gonna take us to where we want to be honest here. Just because it seems like that's what those are made to do, honestly. Because it seems like most of the areas we want to like grab onto and just get around this library is gonna be above us, for the most part. That's what it seems at least, for the most part. But, let's see here. Is this the one we came from, or is this a different one? No, it's the one we came from. Okay. So, it looks like we want to take the one over here, actually. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we want to grab onto this hook. Okay, perfect. So let's grab that, make our way over here. I don't see anything below us, but this looks like a place that we could fight somebody. Oh, that's why. He was below us. And it's another rooftop line. Okay, at least we know we're perfectly fine against this guy. But I would like to turn in Haru, at all possible. Just because we know we're going to be doing more damage with Haru here. Just because she's literally made to fight these guys. Just because of the fact that psychic damage is literally what they're weak to. So, definitely thank goodness we're using Haru here, because she's definitely very helpful for fights like this. Well, in general, any character that is made to fight a certain group of enemy is definitely nice to have in general, just around in general entirely. There's no way around that, honestly. But let's see if we can break off this stun here, because honestly, being stunned is not the worst thing, but it can definitely hurt you for the most part. But as long as we can break through your armor here, bud, we'll be definitely fine to do anything else. Okay, I think we can maybe go for Seal here. Is, are we in range? Yes, we are. Perfect. Okay, shield break you, and I'll attack you. And that should be, I think, enough damage. You never know. Let's see. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Down goes the rooftop line 2.0. And we also got a level for Yusuke. Always useful. But let's see here. Looks like we're at the end of this area, so let's bash through this window here. And then some more slimes. Oof. Good thing we caught him in time before they got any kind of damage in there, because whatever they were about to do was definitely not friendly. Let's be honest there. They looked like they were charging up something that didn't look like it was gonna feel good at all. There goes Haru. It's not the worst thing. Honestly, Haru going down for a second is not the worst possible outcome. Just in general, because of the fact that how damage works in this game and how easy it is to heal for the most part when you're paying attention. So far so good though. Ooh, free treasure chest, I'll definitely take that. We'll open that. Speed incense. I have a bunch of those I haven't used yet. I might honestly throw them all on Yusuke just because he's the best at using speed. Anything other than that, though, seems like there's just a guy in here, no reason to go after him though, for the most part, so I guess we'll just keep making our way forward. Okay, well, it seems easy enough. No things... Oh, no, there is something jumping us. I thought I heard something. There's the one problem about having your headset turn all the way low in certain cases like this, because I usually turn down the headset just in case, and so I can, well, one, focus more on commentary and less on trying to hear the game, because it's easier to talk when you don't have like a game piercing your ears when you're trying to talk. Let's be honest here. So yeah, definitely barely heard him. But I ended up catching him in before he even jumped us in the first place, so that ended up being a lot better than it could have been, honestly. Let's see here. I think we just leveled up on Bond. No, we didn't. We're getting close, though. So, definitely, so far so good, though. No, prison keeps, by the way. I just noticed that. We haven't seen a single thing to do with, any kind of power cores or anything like that. So this, prison has definitely felt different. Than the last few that we've been in. But it definitely, like I said, it feels more like a prison though. So maybe that's not a bad thing. Definitely weird though. So maybe we're nowhere even close to the end, that's for sure. But honestly, I'm thinking we're getting closer to the end of this place though. Just based on memories reasons. Because obviously this is my second playthrough of this game. It's been a while since I have played this game back when we were playing Persona 4, like I said before. But I think, based on memory, I think we're getting really, really close to the end of the palace. But that could be wrong at the same time. I honestly don't remember, but it feels like it. I don't know why, though. But Psychic Boost, I'll definitely take that, since Psychic Boost is always going to be helpful. But let's see here. Out of everything we have... that's an interesting question. I don't think Amorita drops as good as it is in this game, to be honest, so I think we can get rid of that one, just because of the fact that there's better skills in general. And also, Amorita Shower is better than Amorita Drop, because Amorita Drop's just for one person. So, that's definitely for sure on that one. This is an interesting room. Very interesting looking room.
Oh, it's where the voice is coming from up ahead.
Apparently the voice is getting closer. Weird. But this looks like a fighting area though, but nothing's here. Huh. Oh, let's try the Cage of Desolation. That sounds like the end of this area. So yeah, I think we are at the end of the palace then. Because the cages are where the bird cages are. So if it's already called the Cage of Desolation, that means whatever's down there is the monster of this palace then. So we're going to be more than likely running into this guy that we've been hearing about ever since the first tape recording. Huh. Weird. Very weird though. But a very short palace for the most part. Because, like I said, cages are usually where the palace ruler would be, or the monarch. So, that's weird. What about the calling card though? Because of the fact that we don't even know who this person is. So how are we going to send out a calling card if we've never even met them?
Oh, it looks like we're taking this elevator. If we're going any further...
Except that it's locked. Apparently for its person, it's for personnel only. Apparently so.
Oh, leave it to me. Just a few seconds and I'll hire his own.
Well, that helps.
Oh, thank you, Oracle. I will protect you no matter what.
Okay, so we gotta protect good old Oracle or Futaba here. Okay, well this doesn't seem like an easy room to protect her in, but honestly, I guess there's only one way to do it.
Oh, time to start hacking. You guys ready?
I think so. So let's do it.
Oh, alright, hacking in. Be sure to back me up.
Okay, we'll try. we'll definitely try. But at least we have some show times to go in general. So while she's doing her hack, I'm going to try and protect her as best as we can. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be the easiest one just due to the fact that how small this area is. There's no way around it. But we'll definitely take what we can do for here. Okay, I might have to use my first showtime early, just because of the sheer amount of enemies that are kind of completely taking over this little area here. Just gonna be completely honest there. But that should open it up. There we go, perfect. But we have multiple showtimes though. So maybe it might not be that bad, honestly, since we have all 3 showtimes for everyone else other than Joker now available. So honestly, it might not be bad at all. Interesting. Oh, let's see here. We need to heal Futaba, so we need to be careful every now and then to stay in a safe location and try not to use Joker's like any of his stamina up, because he's gonna be a healer here for sure, just because I know he has a healing ability. So let's go for Meteorama early, make sure everybody's nice and healed, and then prepare for anything that they might do, because we don't know what's gonna happen if we're not careful here, just because of the fact that we are only 50% through of the hack, and we don't know how much further this fight's gonna be, let's be honest there. But our Bakis, I think this is a good way to use our showtime, just because we know that this guy is going to block most of our attacks here. So here you go, have a nice showtime here, and a couple of the RPG guys are in there too, so it should be a good showtime there, I think. Okay, we got a little bit of a break from the enemies for seconds. Okay, so far so good though. Okay, more black oozes. Those aren't dangerous. The only things that really were dangerous were those Bakis, and honestly, the Shisas were a little dangerous too, but honestly, for the most part, everything else was pretty easy. So I don't think it's going to be that hard to make sure she's okay. But we don't know what the rest of the spawns are going to be, let's be honest here. Because there's definitely some dangerous ones, for sure, every now and then. But other than that, for the most part, everything seems pretty chill for the most part when it comes to everything else. And that's not a way to really say that we're going to be safe, though, let's be honest. But I can do one of these, though, to make sure that we can actually secure the safety of everything. So, Yusuke, you got this, buddy. Slice and dice, and freeze all your enemies into nice, tiny ice cubes. There we go, perfect. So we should be done with the hack here. There's no way to lose now. And GG. Good job, Futaba.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, your hack is now complete. Been a pleasure.
And pleasure indeed. But level 33 almost on Bond.
Okay, now the elevator should be operational. Time for us to find this mystery voice.
Yeah, maybe. You think it would be better to maybe save that for next episode? If I'm thinking that's the end of the palace, it might be better to do that then, because we don't know how much longer the episode would be if I were to just jump right into the end of the, the final boss of the palace, let's be honest here. And we don't even know if it really is the final boss of the palace yet, but it sounds like it would be, just because of the cage. Because that's everything, because all the bird cages have been called those. We had the Cage of Desires, Cage of Lust, we had the Cage of Vanity, and we also had the Cage of Gluttony. Or, actually no, it was Cage of Desolation, wasn't it? And they all had, different names to them. So, for the Cage of Desolation, that is this one. Definitely sounds like an end area, that's for sure.
Oh, anyone feeling wiped out from that last fight? We could head back for a bit if anyone thinks it's necessary. Oh, if you have any kids to change up the party, please include me. I wish to ascertain the owner of the voice. I'll leave that to you, Joker.
Okay, and they're saying to maybe make preparations, so it seems like it might be the case. So, you know what? We're definitely going to end it off here then, just because they're making it sound like very much of an end-game area for this area. So, with that being said, in the next episode, we will be making our way into the Cage of Desolation, and you never know, maybe even finishing off Okinawa's prison already. Not bad though, but we're definitely getting closer to the end, just because of the fact that this place is not that big of a palace, from what I remember now. My memory's starting to, jog back, so I'm pretty sure we're actually at the end of the palace already, which is pretty good, honestly. We did really good for, just in general, but that, just in general, it's definitely a very small place. Just because, look at this. It's definitely a lot smaller than anything else we've ever done in the other palaces. And there's been a lot less story in between, which is weird. Definitely weird. So, but we're definitely getting to an endgame area for this place, at least. We're far from the end of the game, though, that's for sure. But we're definitely in the endgame for this palace, for the most part, from what I can tell. But, that being said, thank y'all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.